before you realize the future will be there. And you have to be prepared, looking and planning your career. एक आपकी आँख हमेशा फ्यूचर पर होनी चाहिए. Nothing better than IoT. Yes, in the nascent stage today, but tremendous possibilities in the future. It's not a buzzword at all. It's the way of things of the future. Hi and welcome to Your Careers. I'm Pervin Malhotra, and in today's episode, Zubin Malhotra and I will be discussing a very exciting career of the future, IoT, Internet of Things. I don't know how many of you are aware of it, but it has phenomenal potential. But before we proceed, please like and subscribe to the channel so that you're kept abreast of all the notifications about our new upcoming videos.
When you read about Internet of Things, it sounds exactly like it's stuff leaping from the pages of a science fiction book. It's a multidisciplinary field, combining software, hardware, sensors, mobile technology, embedded systems. So let's get on and start understanding how you can enter, what it entails, and what the job prospects are. To start with, how does somebody enter into this field and get their career started in Internet of Things?
There are multiple pathways. One is, because it's an interdisciplinary field as you just described, it combines knowledge of electronics, computer science, domain knowledge, computer languages, etc. Therefore, if you could either have done a bachelor's in electronics and communication, you could have either have done computer science, and because it's an emerging domain, there are not too many courses that offer IoT at the outset at the undergraduate level, barring a few. So if you're lucky enough to find a course that gives you a BTech with a specialization in IoT, it is not going to make you an IoT engineer, but it will give you it will give you an understanding of what this domain, multifaceted domain, involves. I mean, as Zubin just described, internet, not a day in our lives goes without internet. We use internet for everything, and now we have interconnected devices. So what is IoT? IoT is combining all kinds of devices, electronic devices, gadgets, etc., and networks, and putting artificial intelligence and computer science into it so that they communicate with each other. Very, very exciting domain, absolutely fascinating domain. And so if you have a bachelor's degree which gives you a flavor of IoT, grab it.
So hordes of devices interconnected, talking to each other in languages that humans beings will not understand. To summarize, that's what you're saying is IoT. Now, the question that comes is the bachelor's level too soon for a student to necessarily specialize in this?
Nothing is too soon. The earlier you know about, at least the possibilities that lie ahead when you are doing, say, even your bachelor's in electronics or computer science, for that matter, you will do it and learn it and focus on it with that perspective, keeping that perspective in mind and the possibilities in mind. And anyway, today, if you're just doing plain vanilla software development or engineering, that's not going to lead you anywhere. The whole focus is on value added learning, and nothing better than IoT. Yes, in the nascent stage today, but tremendous possibilities in the future.
I know you've hinted at this, but let me ask it to you directly. Could this be just another of a fad in terms of internet and technologies, or do you think that this is going to be a persistent requirement and something that's here to stay, and something therefore that students today and over the next 5-10 years should be looking to get into actively?
No, it's not just a buzzword. If you were to look at some of our top IT giants, the leaders in the IT industry, you should see the number, and technology companies, you will see the number of new gadgets and devices that incorporate IoT into them. And not only are they beginning to do that and create these connected devices, they are researching full head on into developing new things and cutting edge things for the future. So no, it's not a buzzword at all. It's the way of things of the future.
Now, given that it's a very new subject area, unlike areas like analytics or even things like artificial intelligence or networking and security, where professional certifications would be available, are there online courses or professional certifications that are available in things like IoT currently that students can do who are already enrolled in these programs?
I'm sure there are, but being a new area, you could look at it both ways. You could start with doing simple certification programs that give you a flavor of what lies ahead. It's like tasting an ice cream, going to an ice cream parlor and tasting the various flavors. So a certification to that extent will give you a little taste of what lies ahead. So you could start with that. If it interests you, fascinates you, go and do a full-fledged course subsequently. But that is something of the future. While you're doing your BTech, you don't only need knowledge or certifications. The whole thing in today's world, in the knowledge era and knowledge economy, there's a lot to be learnt yourself. You can read up, and there's endless stuff available on Google, Wikipedia, TED, YouTube. Please, Quora, go to all these, read up on it, talk to people in the IT, inform yourself of the possibilities, keep abreast of the new developments that are happening, because before you realize, the future will be there and you have to be prepared.
Speaking of the course and learning opportunities, let's hear from the HOD at Manav Rachna University about their course in Internet of Things, what the course structure is like, and what you learn over the course of 4 years.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Umesh Datta and I am Director of Manav Rachna Innovation and Incubation Center. Today I will give you a brief about BTech program in Electronics and Communication Engineering. It's a 4 years program which spans for 8 semesters. When you see all the modern day applications, typically they are the combination of hardware and software. Whether you talk about microwave ovens operation or a washing machine's operation or the keyless entry in a car, you see these are designed using the combination of hardware and software. This course provides you exactly the same thing. It gives you a flavor of hardware as well as the software technologies. So right up in the first year, you will be exposed to programming languages such as C and C++. Moving further, you will be using the language called Python, which is one of the most widely used languages in the world today. Later on, you will be having the hardware knowledge with you, which is in the form of open source hardware called Arduino, Raspberry Pi, or the special hardwares like digital signal processors or microcontrollers. When you see the suite of the microwave domain, you have subjects like antenna designing, electromagnetic theory, or the communication side like mobile communication, wireless communication. In particularly the branches such as Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, machine learning. When you have a specialization course like that, which is industry driven, it is quite important. Why? Because technology in the modern day world is changing at a very rapid pace, and these industry oriented courses, they are quite crucial because it helps the student to understand what is going on in the industry and what technologies they need to use in the near future so that they become job ready, right? So when you talk about the courses like IoT, they have the requirement that a student should be good with hardware designing as well as the software designing part. On the top of that, there is security thing which has to be ensured at all the costs, right? You have PCB designing, which is an integral part of the course, right? In the 8th semester, students are supposed to undergo a 6 months industrial training program. This is where they get a chance to work with the industry of their own choice, right? So whatever knowledge they are going to gain in the first 7 semester, they can apply the same in the 8th semester in the industry where they will get an internship. So this is the course structure of Electronics and Communication Engineering. It's a very exciting course that provides you the knowledge of software as well as hardware domain. And this is what is needed in driving most of the sectors that we see today, whether it is automotive, agriculture, medical side, right? So this course is tailor-made for the students who want to make career in all these fields. Robotics is quite popular these days, and students who are willing to make a career in robotics, I think this is a course which they should take, right? So it's a win-win situation for all the students who want to make a career in these kind of domains. So what are you waiting for? Join electronics and communication engineering for making exciting career and bringing a revolutionary change in society and to the industrial problems.
So we've heard about what students will study, what it entails, but what about where will they actually work? Where would they be employed? Because there's nothing called IoT as an industry. It's applied in various fields. So where would these students who qualify as IoT specialists work?
Oh, they could be working in hardware, they could be working in software, they could be working in embedded systems, they could be working in product development, research, academics, all kinds of things, all kinds of areas. So if you want to future-proof your career, look ahead. What you are going to be doing 4 years from now will be very different from what obtains on the ground today. So always when you're looking, even at the outset, looking and planning your career, एक आपकी आँख हमेशा future पर होनी चाहिए. And one of those things in the future is related to data science, data analytics, IoT, artificial intelligence. These are the things of the future. This video was brought to you courtesy Banavrachna University.